Hey guys, it's the Sextrovert here, and I'm coming to you from quarantine courtesy of the current COVID-19 pandemic. As a consequence of being on quarantine, I have invested a significant sum of money into some new toys from Fleshlight because I figured if I'm going to be stuck at home on my computer, there's a definite chance that there's a couple websites I'm going to want to visit. So, what I got here is called the Fleshlight Launch. Now, it intends to take the self out of self-service because it will move a fleshlight autonomously. It is one of their pricier toys because it's mechanized, but I was able to use a coupon to bring down the price point a little bit, which I'll make sure to link in the description for you guys. Now, as you'll notice, it's about the size of a particularly well-inflated football as opposed to the partially deflated ones that Tom Brady is used to. If you're a fan of Tom Brady, I apologize. However, I would not be able to forgive myself if I didn't make the joke. So let's get into what exactly this thing can do. You can turn it on just by holding this button, and what happens when you turn it on is that the platform actually raises a bit, so I would recommend that you turn it on before you try to put your toy in because it will protrude through the bottom. Any full-size fleshlight, such as this STU I have, or let's say the original Pink Lady, or any of the Fleshlight Girls line are compatible right out of the box. But the Fleshlight Pilot and the Fleshlight Go require a special adapter because they're not as wide at the front, which is how this locks in. That's what I'm going to show you next. When you're ready to use it, simply take off the end cap of your toy. Then you're going to put this up like this, and it locks in using these dimples here. So you can pretty much just put it in and keep turning it clockwise until it locks in. You know it's locked when there's no jiggle when you try and move it. So when you first turn it on, the flashing blue light means it's in Bluetooth mode and is trying to pair with a device. I'm going to go over that shortly, but to get it out of there, you just you put your thumb down anywhere on the different platform for Bluetooth until it turns off. When you're ready to use manual mode, simply press the power button again and it'll start moving. There are two manual controls. The first one is on the left, which will change the speed. Now, to best actually change it, I find you should put your thumb so that the bottom is resting on the groove here, and then you can start going up. You'll notice that it can start going pretty fast, and it's actually almost taking itself out of my hands at the max speed. So what you're gonna have to do is hold it real tight and make sure that the fleshlight itself is all that's moving and not the toy itself. Let me turn this down now so I can think a little bit more. Now, the other side, the right side, will adjust the stroke length. You can change it much in the same way, and going up will give you a wider range of motion for the stroke length, where going down will make it much narrower. So you can focus on different parts of the penis, whether it's the tip, the shaft, or the full spectrum. So let's talk about Bluetooth mode now. You can simply just press it to lock it into place wherever it was, then press the button again to make it into Bluetooth mode. Now, right now it's looking for a phone or a compatible Bluetooth device. Most computers, you're going to need to buy a special dongle if you want to use the computer, so it's most easy with a phone. First off, what you do is you will connect it via Bluetooth to your phone using an app called, I believe, Feel Connect or Feel Me, which you can download on the respective app store, whether you have an Android or an iOS device. And then from there, you first connect your phone to the launch, and then you connect your phone to a particular website using a QR code that will be provided by the website. Right now, for free content, Pornhub has something in the realm of, I think, 15 pages worth of videos. So that's enough to try this out without having to put any money down. I don't know if they're still going to be doing this for the foreseeable future, but I also received a free month to a website, I believe called Feel Connect TV or something of that regard. And what surprised me was that after the free month, I actually didn't. I did not get rid of my subscription because I enjoyed what it was able to do for me so much. There's actually a pretty good one-to-one replication of whatever's happening on screen. What surprised me most about using Bluetooth mode is that I started looking more for performers who were more involved in their craft, and moved around more and got more into the sex they were having. There were some performers that I noticed that their performance and the sex they were offering on camera is actually semi-lackluster when it's solely their movements that's going to be bringing me pleasure. There were a couple times where my usual favorite girls, I had to flip this into manual mode because they just were not having their best days. But it will do a pretty close to a 1-1 replication. That's in part because the maximum stroke speed is 180 strokes per minute. So with the math, that's about 3 strokes per second. Now 180 is a really nice number, so I think they rounded up. It might be more like 2.8 or 2.9, but in practice, that doesn't really matter, so I don't really care if they fudged the numbers a bit. So if you're going to pick this up, you should know that it has an hour of charge time and an hour of usage time. So when I used it in Bluetooth mode, I expected it to not last as long because it had to communicate with my phone, right? But actually what I noticed is that it lasts slightly longer, most likely because in videos people aren't always going full tilt and there's just less movement from the motor itself. So with Bluetooth mode, I actually probably get about an hour and 20 minutes as opposed to just the hour, which impressed me. It charges via USB on the back right here. To get at it, you're going to want to go from the side, and it'll open up like that. So even though there is this dimple here, I get better results trying to go at it from the side. So 180 strokes per minute, takes about an hour to charge. Bluetooth mode is absolutely fantastic, but even in manual mode, there's one really great thing about this. It's that normally when you're about to finish up without any help at all, you're going to start slowing down towards the end just so you can finish and worry about where you're going to finish, how you're going to clean up afterwards. Whereas because of the closed design of the Fleshlight and because this thing can keep moving, you kind of get that you nutted but she's still sucking kind of feel. And that is completely irreplaceable in my opinion. It's what's made me stay with this toy for so long. So I really appreciate what this toy can provide. It is a huge way to break up the monotony I sometimes feel with masturbation just by making things a lot more dynamic and from kind of removing me from the equation a little bit. I just need to hold it in place, make sure everything's going fine, and that's how it's going to go down. This is quite soft. There's about half an inch, a quarter of an inch of give to it, so you can push it down and kind of squeeze it in a little, and that way you'll know that you're really getting all that you can out of it because you'll be able to feel the bottom connecting to your pelvis. So I appreciate the time you guys have taken to watch my video. I plan on making a lot more videos now that I'm stuck at home. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to comment. I'm also going to put that coupon in the description. I'm going to put a way for you to find out more information yourself in the description, and I just really appreciate that all of you guys have taken the time to check out this video, and I hope you have a nice day.